people, we are not alone. We've got our five senses that tell us what's going on in this world, and that's it. We can't see or interpret anything beyond those five senses. And they're destroying us. They're destroying our world. They're destroying everything that we are. We are on this planet. We're on this outer edge of the galaxy, and we're floating around a star that's a medium-sized star, and we've got 8 other occupants in this group of planets, and God chose this one to be the one to set up his kingdom and set up his people. And he put man on the earth. He made man from the earth. He made man from the clay. But yet, you've got so much going wrong today because of what happened in the Garden of Eden. Where did the Garden of Eden start? It was in Iraq. It was the cradle of civilization. They've already studied it historically. They've traced it back to those days. Now you've got to make a decision today as to whether or not you're going to follow God or Satan. If you follow God, you're going to have a hard time. You're going to have troubles, trials, tribulations, and you're going to have temptations. And the devil's going to try his best to try to trip you up. You're going to have to be like Paul. You're going to have to be aware of the wiles of the devil. You're going to have to put on the full armor of God. It's like a Roman soldier, or just like one of the knights of King Arthur. You're going to have to put on all your armor, or else he will seek a way to get in to break you down and destroy you. He's seeking a way right now. He's making a plan. He's watching you constantly. He's trying to get an MO on you. He's trying to get a pattern on you. He's trying to find you, like they were trying to find those suspects in Boston, trying to come up with scenarios as to what you were you would do in a certain situation, because he has watched you since the day you were born. And, he has petitioned God and asked for permission to test you and try you and try to put you into a situation where you need God, but he's going to try to put you in a position where you'll refuse to ask for him. He'll get you mad at God. He'll make you think God is doing these things to you. You got to realize that God is not a God of evil. He's a God of good, and he's a very benevolent God, and a God that is slow to anger and quick to forgive. But not so of Satan. Satan is called the God of this world for this age. There's going to be another age that's going to come for this earth, and it's coming soon. The earth is going through its birth pangs right now with all of these earthquakes all over the world. In fact, they just had another one today somewhere. I think it was in Japan. I'm not sure. It was a 6 point whatever, 6.4, 6.5. Seems like that seems to be the rule of the day when it comes to earthquakes. And you got to realize this. I mean, these people are sick with sin. They refuse to turn back to God. They don't want God. They want their own evil ways, and they love their evil ways more than they love God. They don't even believe in heaven and hell. The song Imagine by John Lennon. Imagine there's no heaven. Imagine there's no hell below you. Imagine all the people. And imagine there's no country. Just imagine a one world government. And he was one of the biggest proponents of utopia. utopia, the perfect society. The perfect society in which people did not worry about their selves because they were being taken care of. If you've ever seen Soylent Green, the movie, have you ever seen Logan's Run, the movie? Have you ever wondered what would happen if they finally made a decision that it's more advantageous to get rid of the elderly than it is to keep them? Have you ever heard? I mean, if they'll kill an unborn baby, they'll kill a elderly person too, and they killed Terry Schiavo down in Florida just because she had put it in her living will to do so. But yet she wanted to live, and she was conscious and everything else, and they literally starved a woman to death. The President of the United States, what was it? The president could not even override a local county judge, or wouldn't. But yet we've got a guy in office right now that'll do just about anything that he wants to do and get by with it by fiat, by not even pushing it through Congress. He just rules by edict. He just rules by just saying what needs to be done, and that's it. That's the way it's going to be. That's not freedom, folks. That's not freedom. That's totalitarianism. And it's almost scary in a way, the way the technology has worked, that they've got so much surveillance now that they can follow you and track you down anywhere they want to find you. Whatever happened to the protection of personal freedom? Back in the late 70s, that was big, big, big concerns in Congress. That's all they talked about was freedom and the protection of privacy. But now we have none. We don't have any expectation of privacy. Not even in our own property, not even on our own land. I mean, Google even has a picture of your street, and it'll give you a 360-degree view of your house, and it'll give you a satellite image of your aerial view of your house and what's in it and what's behind it. I've seen mine. I've looked it up and I've seen it, and it's scary. And it can even put the price of the houses on it as to what they are evaluated to be worth. Now, who do you think would be using that? I mean, it's just outrageous. Technology has just outgrown itself. MapQuest has outgrown itself. Everything has outgrown itself. There's nothing left that electronics hasn't infiltrated and has tried to make the world a so-called, quote, better place, but better for who? It may benefit a few people. It may be a poison pill wrapped up in a chocolate wrapper, but nevertheless, it's a two-sided sword. It can harm and it can help. It's like these RFID tags. They can track you down with them, or they can use them to help find you, or they can verify your identity. It all depends on the motive of the people who are using it. Now, if you think our government is going to use it for your own benefit, you better think again, because they're not going to do it. They're not going to touch it. Not in that manner. They'll be flying over your house and knowing exactly who's living in the house. They know exactly where you are. They know exactly where you are, and they know what you're doing. They've got your schedule down. They know what you eat from your BILO card, from your Walmart card, from every electronic transaction that takes place. They know exactly what your living habits are. Um, and they will discover it. Everything has a UPC code on it. Everything has a serial number on it. If you throw a candy wrapper out of the window, don't think that they can't find you, because they can. Just let it. Don't let it worry you, because that's part of the end time. That's part of the acceptance of the mark of the beast. That's going to be a part of it, where they're going to be able to identify you totally and locate you totally by the chip that they put in you. Vera chip has already been created. It's already been patented, and it's already got the blessings of IBM. And right now, it is just a matter of time before they start using it on the inmates, hospital patients, school children, and the general public. Well, that's all the time I have today, folks, for everything. And I just wanted to let you know that I appreciate you listening in. Hope you follow and come back tomorrow and listen to another episode of the Dan Beasley show. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them on the website, Spreaker.com. And also, I am on YouTube.com. You may leave comments there as well. Thank you and have a great day.